I'm a huge fan of the chain. I think you play an important role in the future of film in this country. But what is the strategy right now for you in terms of reopening in states like Texas?
Well, I mean, we're certainly going to reopen, but it was the schedule was a little abrupt for us. But this, when we reopen, we're going to be doing it in the absolute safest possible way, and that requires a lot of new equipment, a lot of new procedures. We're rethinking our menu, thinking about our staff, making sure that they're safe when they come to work. We're not ready to open yet. We're still in the lab working out all the processes, but our benchmark is we want people to feel safer than a supermarket when they come into the theater, and that's what we're gunning for.
Does that feel like something that could happen this year or not?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, everybody's day and your perception of the world changes every single day, right? And so we will get open when we feel that we can do it safely, both for our guests and staff. But I don't have any date in mind, but I anticipate for sure it's going to be this year.
And then now you have this new VOD service, which includes film for rent and purchase. I mean, I see that and I get a little worried, like maybe you're pivoting the model to a point where physical theaters become secondary. Can you explain what your strategy is there?
No, that's definitely not where we're heading with this. I am, absolutely. I've invested my entire life and my entire everything I've ever earned into the theater business, and I continue to do so. And our vision is we're going to come out of this and we're going to expand on the theater front. But given that our theaters are closed, that's allowed me to have a little bit of focus. And the interesting thing about being a movie theater and being a part of the movie business is, our job in the past has been done when the movies leave the theaters. And so what we've basically built is a curation engine. So the movies that we're passionate about, that we champion throughout the year, you don't always get out to the theater to see every single movie you want. And we want to be able, once movies are available post-theatrical, for people to go and see them on our recommendation. So it kind of continues the dialogue we have with our guests about the movies we love.
Yeah, our sister company, Tim, Universal, launched Trolls World Tour in kind of a bold move digitally. Instead of going through the movie theaters, it created a little bit of a rift with chains like AMC and led to some questions about whether this would be a new business model, especially with the numbers looking very strong for that digital debut. How do you react to that?
Well, I guess I'm not reactionary to that. We've had lots of conversations with the studios, and they are committed to movie theaters. We're just in a very strange time, and I can't necessarily say that's a reflection of things to come. And you also have to bear in mind that theaters closed maybe just a week or so before Trolls 2 came out, and so a lot of the marketing was for the theatrical campaign. I think you have to take any kind of data you have about Trolls 2 with a grain of salt. And I am a firm believer in the future of movie theaters, but I like to watch movies all over the place. I watch movies at home. I watch movies at the theater. And so I think once we're back up and running, we are going to have a great supply of product from the studios. So the sky is not falling.
Do you think it's going to be hard to convince people that it's safe? I mean, just anecdotally, even before this whole crisis, I always feel like people are coughing the whole time during movies in a movie theater. How are you going to avoid stuff like that and the distancing and the whole protocol?
Obviously, there's going to be a certain segment of the population that is not wanting to go out, and we're following the guidelines of the CDC also. And right now, I think it's still a time where people need to cloister at home, but there will come a time in the future where it is safe. I can't say when that is. But we will, as a country, as a society, get past this eventually, and that's where I put my focus. Whether or not certainly there's going to be a smaller number of people that want to go out to a socially distanced, safe cinema environment before there's a vaccine. But that's an interim phase, and I'm not really focusing long-term on the interim phase. I'm focusing on the idea that in a normal society, when we're past COVID, people want to get out of the house and they want to socialize and be with people. And I believe that we will have a return to normalcy, not just for cinemas, but for society.
Finally, when we get to that point, do you think the idea of the multiplex takes a hit? Does the market pivot to models more like yours?
Well, I mean, I am a multiplex, so yeah, we have multiple screens at the Alamo. So what's unique about us is a couple things. Is we serve food and drink, and we show a pretty broad array of movies, classics, foreign, independent, and all the studio blockbusters. I got into this business because I'm a cinephile. I love all kinds of movies. So I would love to see a more diverse slate of movies everywhere. I'm definitely in a all ships rise point of view from that standpoint. I think it'd be great if more theaters were doing what we do. I want all theaters to offer a great experience.